Hey, this is Angie and Kyra from Heavy Mag, and we're at Knotfest with Levi from Miss May I. How you going?
I'm good.
Fantastic. Yeah. How's Australia been treating you so far?
It's been awesome. I feel like we used to come all the time, so I'm happy to sort of reignite that flame.
Yeah, brilliant. And do you have a particular memory from the last time you guys were here, or one of the times you were here that stands out?
Yeah, so we got really spoiled our first time here. Parkway Drive, something happened to where someone dropped out of their tour. We were already in Europe, and they're like, hey, you guys want to come out? And we just left that tour, came down here, and we're like, it's our first time in Australia.
Wow.
But that was like it was the Mix and Mash tour, and it was so fun. And I think one of my favorite memories was, because obviously they're iconic for everyone down here. Yeah. We got to play their high school on that tour. So we got to play their gymnasium, and it was just chaos. And they were like, this is where our classroom was. We used to walk here and surf, and we got to see how they grew up, and that was really cool.
That's so weird.
Because it was way off the beaten path of a city. Yeah. And it wasn't even a venue. We just showed up to a school and played a show with Parkway.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
It was cool.
It's such an awesome surprise to see you on this lineup. It's really nice to meet you. I've been listening to you for a long time.
Oh, thank you.
Back in iPod Nano days, with that little tiny album artwork on there. Do you think young Levi would believe you if you said that you were still touring now and you're going around the world?
No, not at all. No, you know what's funny is that question to this day, every day, my mom and my wife and I, we're just still this is crazy. Yeah, because they're coming out to this tour. We'll go grocery shopping and someone's like, new album's awesome. I'm like, what is happening? It's just weird because it's sort of you get desensitized because we've done it so long. Yeah. So those little reminders are just nice little, just cool reminders. Yeah. So
that actually leads me to my next question. A few of you have kids now, right?
Yeah.
So I've always wondered, what do your kids think about having you guys as famous musicians for parents?
I hope they think it's cool. Yeah. I've always heard this thing from Dave Grohl, that said that his daughter will never think he's cool.
Yeah, give me a sandwich.
It's so true. And because I was just talking about earlier, so the girls come on tour with us now. They come on the weekends, or they're coming out at the end of this tour. And my daughter did 6 weeks of our first tour, and she was nervous. We'd have this part on stage where we bring them out and talk about it, and because that's what the last album's about, being a dad. Yeah. And she was nervous, and then towards the end of tour, 6 weeks later, she was so jaded, and she had a harmonica, and the crowd would cheer, and she'd be blowing her harmonica, and she would be she thought that's what everyone was cheering about. Yeah. And we got off stage, she's like, did you hear them? They love my harmonica tonight. I'm like, I've created a monster. I'm like, oh no. Yeah.
Oh, that's wicked.
So I want to talk about Pop Goes Punk Swing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes.
I fucked so many people up with that song in high school because I was a metalhead, of course, and my other friends all listened to pop. So I'd start that song off, of course, at a party, and they'd be like, yeah, this is great. They'd be like, what?
Yeah.
What is this? Do you whip that out on sets at all? Or?
So we used to. We stopped playing in 2010 because it was actually pre-Punk Goes Pop. It was we did it as a cover ourselves with no legal. We just threw it up. But that was the Wild West of the internet where you didn't really get in trouble. Exactly.
Yeah.
So until legality caught up, which was around 2010, we had to quit playing it. But that song sort of changed that's what sort of changed our lives. We used to get a couple hundred plays a day on MySpace, and I put that song up, and the next week we were getting 200,000 plays a day.
That slammed you on my map.
Yeah, and everyone thought it was everyone thought I was hacking MySpace at school. They're like, what'd you do to your? I'm like, dude, I didn't do anything. I'm like, I put a song up and it's on fire. I don't know what's happening.
That's
and then
so good.
Our lives changed overnight from that goofy song.
That is so cool. I had a little look and it's sitting at 2 million views on YouTube.
Which
so people are
that's
still
some random person too. We didn't know it. So somebody put it up there.
You're kidding.
Yeah, because that's why we're not allowed to claim, because we just sort of rogue made it.
Wow, I thought it was Pop Goes Punk.
No, yeah.
Wow, that's even cooler.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it was people were messing around with crossing mainstream and metal, and that's sort of when we were like,
Let's do our own.
Exactly.
Yeah. Swing in there. Thank you.
Exactly. We were a local band, let's get everybody's attention, and it worked.
Amazing.
So.
It really worked, yeah. So Van's Warped Tour is being revived.
I know.
Have you played it before?
Yes, we've done it 3 times.
Okay. So everyone kind of either goes, love it, or they're like, ooh, memories.
Yes.
Do you have any funny stories for us?
Oh, it is both. It's love it and I think you had to be there. Knowing how hard it was from the outside looking in, I feel like we were all just in a concussion blast trance of this is so fun. Oh my gosh, so many good memories. So we got to do it 2010 as a smaller band, and then we did the main stage 2 years.
Oh wow.
And there's so many. Okay, one of my favorite memories was we were on a small. So we were notorious on that tour for we had just rowdy crowds.
Yep.
That's sort of why I think they kept inviting us.
Nice.
And we had, I think we were in New Jersey. The security guard. It was 2010. We were just coming up. The security guard was a fan of the band, so I could see him while I was playing, like singing and jumping.
Oh, that's mad.
And he was back by the soundboard, and I was like, "Everybody, turn around, pick him up, make him come up here." And then he was like, "No, please don't." And he's going like holding on, and the crowd is like ripping him from the security. So the crowd is taking security guard, and he's crowd surfing. And then once he's up, he's like singing and having a good time.
Oh,
so he lands,
cool.
and then before he gets there, Kevin Lyman and like all of production is already side stage, like ready to yell at me. They're like, "No,
don't do it."
exactly." He crowd surfs, he runs off. I get yelled at. We're at the end of the day. We're at a meet and greet, and he's in line with his shirt, and he's like, "I got fired, but that was the best time ever." Yeah, so he like signed his shirt, and he got fired, and it was fun.
I hope he gave him a shirt.
Yeah, I think he had a great time at work. Yeah.
Oh, dear. How do you stand out on such a monster lineup?
Oh, that's
it's huge.
That's
it's
a hard.
Be daunting.
It's just, it honestly is just the crowd. It's just like that is where I feel like my job starts. Is like just winning over, not even winning people over, but making sure they have a good time. And that's why I say it like 10 times on our stage, because like that's really like, I know there's bands that have all these messages, and like we have personal messages within our music, but like the live show is about having a good time and having that moment, and that's just what we try to do. So I think that's why hopefully we keep getting invited to all these great shows all these years, because I'm just like, was that fun? Was this fun? Like, everyone's safe, okay? Like, I don't want it to be just a performance. I want it to be like, we want every song to have like, we call them like Easter eggs. So like, if I ask everybody to jump, I only do it one time. It's not gonna happen again. So we just try to make a whole, depending on how long the set is, that's a lot of little tricks you gotta throw in
Puppet
there.
masters.
Exactly. And by the end, we win them over. So
that's awesome.
Wicked. What was your reaction to finding out that you were going to be a part of Knotfest?
Yeah.
Oh man, we were just happy to get, like, honestly, Knotfest was exciting, but the more exciting part was the Knotfest Australia. I think it was exciting to come down. To come back down here because it's just been so long. And I think the last time we came here in 2017, it was really good, but it was like short and sweet, and like it was a quiet sort of tour.
Yeah. Okay.
So we were excited to come back and sort of have something
big.
loud and banger again. Yeah.
So your artwork's always stood out to me. It seems like the color palette. You can look at it and that's Miss Maya.
I appreciate that.
Is that you?
That's me. Yeah. So I'm the artsy guy in the band,
Wow.
and then Ryan's the business guy in the band. So.
Wow. Yeah. I always know it's you. As soon as I see it and like the color palettes, I need it to be.
Thank you. Yeah, it's my baby. So yeah.
And does it blow your mind that all these years later you still have all these loyal fans who show up for you and still care about everything that you're doing?
It's
and
weird.
Yeah, it's gotta be. Yeah,
it's that, like, I know everybody says imposter syndrome, especially like our generation.
Yeah.
It is like that to the max.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, we just played, oh crap, where was it? We played some country this year that we've never played. It was like way out there. And there was like 20 people that had like all these lions tattooed, and they're like, we're way out. And like, it was like the Czech Republic. It was somewhere in the Baltics, and they were there, ready for us to play.
Like, me? Really?
I know, yeah. And then like the first day we did, we were doing press like this, and everyone that was working at Rolling Stones was like, "Hey, I was a fan. I can't believe you still got the hair." And I'm like, "What?" Like, you don't think you post these things on your Instagram and stuff like for friends and family, and you don't think that everyone's actually watching.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I
definitely.
guess you guys are paying attention.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Perfect.
It's surreal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And you guys re-recorded Apologies Are for the Week. Can you tell us why it felt right to re-record after the 15-year anniversary? Is it 15-year anniversary?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Well, the coolest part was there was a two-part answer. It was we wanted to go back because we were better musicians.
Yes.
We did that in high school, and like a lot of it was not computer generated, but like a crutch because we didn't know what we were doing. We're like, this is how it's supposed to sound, but we got a record deal. We've never toured. It will sound like this one day. So I'm like trying to do the scream, and we're messing with it, and then so to go back and do what we dreamt of sounding like was fun. And then the other part was Ryan, our bass player, he left our band for the 6 months that we went into the studio. Yeah. So he never got to sing on that album.
Wow.
So to have him on the actual album for the first time was awesome. Because the only moment he left our band was when we did the album.
Wow.
Yeah. Exactly. So that was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then everyone and we had all 10 friends. Like every single song had a guest vocalist. It was a good celebration.
Yeah, that's wicked.
So cool. That's awesome. What's something in the modern day music industry that you just thought would never happen, or something that's really cool that's I don't know, back in the day you would go, that would never be a thing?
Yeah, I think not only streaming but like monetization of digital music is crazy. Because like I think of, like I told you guys, 200,000 plays a day on MySpace. That was like pre-algorithm.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Exactly, and like we don't get that even close to that on Spotify now.
Yeah,
but like, and there's no monetization, and I'm just like, but we didn't know that. It was a very innocent time.
Yes.
But I think that's cool. It's like, because we were just putting this music out, and it was a funnel to get people to your shows.
Yeah.
And now to see these amazing musicians get paid for the music on the internet, I'm like, this is amazing.
Wow.
I'm like, we did tens of millions of plays for free.
That's it.
And we never got a penny for it. And I'm like, oh, now these artists can get paid. Yeah. So I think that's really cool to like monetize music. And
cool.
and there's even more tech coming out more and more. That's like making sure it's on commercials and movies and like making sure everyone's taken care of. I think that is just really
That's
cool.
the good side of it.
That's a very good side of it.
Yeah. And leading into that as well, what kind of bands are you listening to at the moment?
Oh man. So well, actually it's big in Australia now. So I am a sucker for like top 40 cheesy country music.
Oh,
That's my new favorite thing.
Okay.
I was getting along with you, but I think you can.
Well, I thought it's a big thing about it. So I wasn't like my mom. Everyone, like my family does not like country, and I was never a thing. And it was. I love pop music though, and I don't know. I just the pop country. I'm like, it sort of is bringing me into the I love the cheesy lyrics, like because they can say stuff I can't say.
Yeah.
Like I can't talk about like going to get catering, but he could write a hilarious song about getting catering. And I'm like, I love this song.
I mean, you could. It would be awesome.
And the punchlines, I feel like every time the chorus comes, it's a punchline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll like literally hear a song, run downstairs and show my wife, and I'm like, where do you think it's going? You don't know. And I'm like, here comes the chorus. What? Blew your mind. Yeah. So
like more modern country or?
super modern. Yeah, I don't like the good old 90s country and like the good stuff with like denim and all that over my head. It has to be cheese ball country. Yeah. I know. It's not my fault, guys. I don't know why. It just resonates.
That's fine. We won't judge you.
Yeah.
Promise.
Much.
Yeah. But that was amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Beautiful.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
It was wonderful talking to you.
Absolutely. I'm absolutely mind blown that you guys were teenagers.
Yes,
Doing all that, like
I'm
it's
so
it's
far.
absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
It's crazy. And we know you'll crush it today, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. It was so nice to meet you.